Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum. We continue bi'idhnillahi ta'ala our overview of the book Zukhruf al Qawl by Shaykh Fahd al Ajlan and Abdullah al Ujairi. Zukhruf al Qawl, beautified, decorated, but poisonous speech. In article number 17, they title it as Yahfazun wa la yafhamun, that they memorize but they do not understand. So this is basically a dig, a take, an accusation leveled against the ulama of the Shariah, that certain individuals, they state about the ulama of the Shariah, that the ulama of the Shariah, they do not use their aql, they do not use critical thinking skills, that they just memorize like parrots, but they do not understand what they are memorizing. And because of this, a lot of fake ahadith, etc., have entered into circulation. And a lot of the books of ahadith, they have fake ahadith in them. This is the claim. This is the claim put forward, that these scholars, muhaddithin, etc., they memorize, but they do not understand, etc. We say in response to this, we say that with regards to memorization, then yes, it is important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the noble Quran, بَلْ هُوَ آيَاتٌ بَيِّنَاتٌ فِي صُدُورِ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمِ, Surah Ankabut, verse 49. Also the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has stated, نَضَّرَ اللَّهُ إِمْرَأً سَمِعَ مِنَّا حَدِيثًا فَيَحْفَظُهُ حَتَّى يُبَلِّغْهُ غَيْرَهُ, that this individual, that blessed be he heard a hadith from the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he memorized it, and then he passed it on. So this hadith here and the verse previously mentioned, that they encourage the individual to memorize, and this is an important matter, number one. Number two, with regards to the sunnah, you have the memorization part, you also have the understanding part, the fahm part, the fiqh of the ahadith, etc. And then you have the part with regards to tabligh, passing it on, and every single one of them is important. Number three, with regards to the specialists of ahadith, the muhaddithin, etc., then they are the ones who check up the authenticity of the ahadith. They check up the sanad, the chain of narration, and they also check on the matan. So you find certain individuals stating, no, the muhaddithin were not interested in the matan. The reality is, they were interested in the matan, in the text, and also in the chain of narration. Look at the definition of a hadith sahih. ما نقله العدل الضابط عن مثله إلى منتهاه من غير شذوذ ولا علة. That which has been narrated by the adl, the ضابط, the ones who have memorized, they've got good memory, that they are upright, etc. عن مثله, upon a similar individual like them, ila muntahahu, until the end of the chain, min ghairi shududhin wala illa, without any default, any defect, and there's no shudud, there's no irregularity in this hadith here. When it comes to the shudud and the illa, this is not only in the chain of narration, but rather in the matan also. Look at Ibn al-Qayyim's Manar al-Munif, where he lists so many different categories and so many different principles why certain ahadith will be rejected based upon the matan of that hadith and nothing to do with the sanad of that hadith. Also take note, finding defects in the matan, in the text, is much easier than finding a defect in the sanad, in the chain of narration. The chain of narration defects require a lot of study, require a lot of investigation, require a whole lot of knowledge and different sciences. Whereas finding a defect in the text, in the matan, this is much easier. And thus, those who criticize, generally, they are the ones who are lazy to go and study the chain of narration and the sciences around the chain of narration. And thus, they're not able to swim in that ocean. Rather, they choose to go the convenient, easy route, the easy cop-out route, and that is find a defect, find an issue, find a fault in the matan of the hadith. And usually, they are completely incorrect. And whenever they claim that there's an issue and there's a problem in the matan, often they are usually guided by their false desires, unfortunately.